I remain optimistic about America. I remain, I believe in that we can appeal to the better angels of our nature. And I think that, my wife likes to say, a black woman who grew up in the south side of Chicago all her life, working class family, she likes to say, and I think this is true, that black folks are the most forgiving people because they've had the most practice. And I think that's true. This whole notion of black anger and black rage, I think is greatly overstated considering what a brutal experience it has been in this country. And I am always struck by how, even though black folks may talk about white folks sort of in the generic sense, that most black folks always have an open hand to individual whites. And that if there was any sense that this country was making a serious effort to address the problems that have resulted from slavery and segregation in this country and that continue, that I think you would see an outstretched arm from the other side. Solving the racial problems in this country at this stage has very much to do with economics and class and dealing with entire generations and segments of the society that need help. And that's going to cost some money. And that's going to require some sacrifice. I think that the current political climate can change. And I think that if you talk to young people, I think there have been changes. So I'm not one of these people who says that nothing's changed. I think it's the best of times and the worst of times for race relations in this country. There's an element of faith involved in the notion that you can create a society and a country that doesn't all look alike and sound alike and talk alike. It's a profound experiment, and it's not over with. But I continue to see openings there, and the question is whether we have the will and the resolve to take advantage of those openings. African Americans already partake of a hybrid culture. We are part of a hybrid culture, and we can't deny that. So in some ways, the more obvious biracial identity that I have to affirm, African Americans also have to affirm. And white Americans have to affirm because they partake in a hybrid culture. I mean, the truth of the matter is that American culture at this point, what is truly American, is black culture to a large degree. Flip on the television set. Look at Pulp Fiction. I mean, you can choose whatever examples you want. It's had a profound influence on this entire nation, and it has to be affirmed.